Good morning, Cookie. Here we are. You guys remember Cookie from Christmas time here, one of the three dogs down here. Good morning to you from Los Angeles. A very blustery and cold, unusually cold here in the low 50s this morning. I couldn't believe it when I stepped outside. And you guys might say, Rosie, you're going to be doing outside activities today. Well, let me tell you, hell no. There will be no outside activities today as long as this wind is blowing a gale out here. But I hope everybody's doing well. I did not go live last night. It was a very trying and difficult trip down from Las Vegas to Los Angeles because the weather was so bad. You could tell some kind of change of weather was coming in. And it was like super foggy. You got to remember, you're dropping down from 4,000 feet on basically this plateau that's the Mojave Desert, and you're dropping all the way down to sea level here. So you're kind of coursing down mountains and things. So the weather was just absolutely horrible with heavy rain, lots of accidents, and hopefully nobody was really severely injured. I don't know. But this is very unusual for Southern California. I don't think it'll last. I'm just hoping that the wind will die down so I can get on to some of my events. If the weather is good enough this afternoon and it drops down, I might try to go up to Imperial Highway and do a live stream along there for about an hour or two. I want to thank everybody for the kindness in Las Vegas. Those of you who supported me through, there was support coming through PayPal and Cash App, and of course the super chats, and I'm very grateful for that. We had let's face it, I've gotten a lot of good feedback from the little jackpot when we would go into the casino and we would play the smallest bet that you could make. Let me tell you, we did great. Right, came out of that trip ahead like almost $300, and that was over like 6 sessions. So that's pretty doggone good. We're making $50 a session just for having fun and sitting there playing. I also discovered Benny's Smokehouse there inside of Binion's Casino, and it still shocks me that you can put half a chicken out with corn on the cob, with baked beans, with a jalapeno muffin and coleslaw for $13.99 with a player's card. I mean, this is 2025, guys. I mean, that type of platter is like $21, $22 now, and you can get a full rack of ribs for $22. Hello. I mean, we're talking a deal of the century down there. So that was really this was particularly a nice trip because I discovered a few new value propositions because I had just about given up on them in Las Vegas. I didn't have any breakfast out because a lot of these restaurants in Vegas have taken the opportunity to raise the price of breakfast because of the cost of eggs and things like that. Well, Rosie don't play that game, right? I don't eat a lot of eggs anyway, thank goodness. But I know they're important to a lot of people, but I'm not getting all caught up in that breakfast frenzy. Breakfast used to be like a Vegas $2.99 breakfast deal. 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, toast, right? And right for $2.99, and you get a cup of coffee for $1.99. You got yourself a good deal. You're not going to escape less than like $25 for breakfast these days by the time you put tip in and stuff like that. I don't know. So restaurants continue to close down there. I said so, particularly on Fremont Street and Fremont Street East. I remember years ago, Mr. Z and I ate at the Las Vegas Test Kitchen down there near Ferguson's, which is like a little shopping center and coffee bar there. It was a motel that was converted into small shops, and man, that place is just going down and down and down. And people were starting to acid etch the windows and just vandalize things. So it's a little worrisome to me that we're receding more rapidly down there in the lower part, and especially in downtown Vegas. It's pulling into a tighter and tighter area of really places that you might want to go, right? Because now in wintertime, you have homeless people and people on the street that are breaking into these these old motor court hotels from the 40s and 50s, and they're starting fires in there to keep warm. And well, you know, sometimes a fire gets out of hand, so a lot of these properties are burned now, and well, I'm just going to say it's a disgrace when you ride up Fremont Street now. Motel after motor court after motor court after motor court. It's just it just looks like it looks like Gaza. It looks like some kind of war zone down here now. This cannot continue. So I don't know. I'm surprised that they haven't been made to take these down because they're so dangerous, these places. But then I've been told that the Shea family, who's Tony Hsieh's family in Taiwan, is in good with the city, so ain't nothing going to happen in that regard. You can still low end down there. I think the downtowner is a very good deal when it comes to cheap place to stay that's decent. People are like, oh, you know, you got bed bugs. I've never got bed bugs down in there, but yet I heard people in Bellagio and some of these other hotels came up. You never know where bed bugs are going to strike, right? It depends who's coming through and staying there, right? You never really know. But I continue to get value out of that. I don't know. The next thing I have to look forward to is my surgery coming up. April 3rd will be the first one. And the other thing is I get to start my allergy shots when I get back to town. They start them like twice a week for like a month, and then they start to lengthen them out. And the doctor, he gives me no comfort at all. He says, right, I said, well, am I going to be good to go for this season? No, you'll be good to go for the 2026 allergy season. Hell, man, I might be dead by then. I don't even know. But there's a lot on the plate coming up, and I missed the crabbing too, and that has been a blast. But anyway, I'm going to close it out. I'm going to hope that the weather improves here. It's very strong high pressure built in from the northwest, but like I say, the wind is just like whipping out here. And it's very rare to see the low 50s here in LA. I know some of you out there, oh, we just had 5 below zero and 2 feet. No, you're so weak. You're so weak. I know, guys. Anyway, I'm going to close it out. Look, we had the trip to Nelson, Nevada, Mr. Z and I. I've got it all up. It's edited, previewed a little bit of it to folks here, to my family here. It seems that they've enjoyed the cinematic aspects of it. That will be, I think I'm going to schedule that to come up tomorrow. So I think you'll enjoy that. You know, we have a lot of these hokey ghost towns in the West that are overrun with tourists. And here's a cafeteria where you get hot dog and a Coca-Cola, right, and ice cream, and there's a little golf cart that'll run you around the place for a couple $. This ain't that, okay? But I tell you what, if you like old iron and old blown out automobiles that don't rust, that still look amazing, this is the place. This place is incredible up here, and I know that you are going to enjoy it. So with that, I'm going to close out today. Hope things change for the better here. I still want to get out to the over to the Pacific Palisades in Malibu, if possible, and check that out. Might try to do that tomorrow afternoon. In any event, guys, have yourselves a wonderful day. Thumbs up are appreciated, and I will see you around. Woo!